for beginners. It's for anybody who wants to learn how to use a bow, a long martial arts staff, any kind of long staff, any style. Starts with a simple, easy warm-up like this. You're going side to side. Your hand is holding in the middle of the staff so that you can start to get blood to flow into the joint, stay safe from injury during this workout. This is also going to build power in your forearms, your wrist, your hand, your fingers, so that you can manipulate your martial arts staff easier, with more power, more control. After 30 seconds in this hand, put it into the other hand and start to turn it. Just going back and forth. I'm using this hickory staff. Hickory is a type of wood that is very strong, it's very heavy compared to the length and the size. So I'm going a little bit slower on this warm-up. Depending on how heavy or light your staff is, either go faster if it's lighter or slower if it's heavier at the beginning, just to stay safe from injury. Don't hurt yourself as you're warming up. Then, after you do this for 30 seconds in the second hand, I want you to now go pinky to pinky, palms facing the sky, turning it out, bring it in, and turn it out to the other side. Take your time, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You're gonna learn how to spin a staff, martial arts staff. Oh, hello, Ketchu, it's good to see you. Hello, everybody else. Welcome to our Saturday workout. We're just spinning the bow from side to side, getting warmed up. Hello, Magnus, it's good to see you. Who else is here right now? We're going side to side, starting to build power in the forearms. The faster you go here, and then bring it to an abrupt stop, and then push it back, it's going to start to build power in those forearms. Hello, Justin. Happy Saturday to you, too. Then, after you've done this for a good 30 seconds, from side to side, put one hand on top of the other one. Good afternoon, Matthew. And you're going to turn your palm down. The other hand is going to flip over, catch it. The top hand pulls in. It's going to become a butterfly right here. Hello, Simon. It's good to see you. Turn it over. Turn it up. When you turn this hand, the top hand down, the bottom hand pulls in out of the way, and then it turns in, taking it like this. Pull this in. If you want to learn how to do a butterfly spin or the catch, skip catch, this is a good place to start. After you get that, you can start to speed it up. Try to keep your elbows down as much as you can. If they start to pop out, bring them back in so you can isolate the hands. Notice also that my wrists stay in contact. After I do this for about 30 seconds, I'm just going to reverse it so that my bottom hand is turning out. The top hand comes over the top. Bottom hand gets out of the way. Now you're just doing the same butterfly combination, but in reverse. After 30 seconds here, switch so that this is my right hand. I'm going to put it on the bottom now, so the left hand is on top. Pull this out of the way, turn the left hand all the way down. Top hand takes it, pull this in so it can turn. When it comes here, I'm going to turn it over so that my thumbs come together, and I'm going to roll it in. There's the butterfly. Turning it over. Wrists stay in contact. Take off your watch. If you're wearing a watch, I always forget. If you're wearing your watch, take it off when we get into these wrist moves with your staff, just so you don't have the wrist in the way. With, there we go. Let's see, which hand did I have? I think I had the left on top this time. There we go. Much smoother with the watch out of the way. So if you make that mistake, like I just did, take your watch off. When you drop it, pick it up. Now, left hand still on top. We do that 30 seconds, and then reverse it. Bring it around the other way. Again, this is the bottom hand now, turns all the way over. Top hand slides down, thumbs facing down. The hands are facing opposite directions. And then the key is always pull the hand out of the way, and it gets a little bit easier. Yeah, Magnus says the watch does get in the way. And the wrists stay together. Keep those wrists together. And again, try to keep your elbows down. If you want to, you can separate your hands See how my wrists are separated? And now it looks more like the skip catch that you see a lot of people do. If you've ever wondered what that looks like, that is just this. Wrists together, wrists apart. So now you can do 2 different spins using the same technique. Now I'm going to have you go into your figure 8 motion, going side to side, stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck your chin a little bit, get your other hand up in a fighting position. The martial arts staff is a fighting weapon, so learn how to have good fighting technique, good fighting habits, good fighting standards, principles. All you're doing here is pushing your thumb down and coming through sideways. This is the sideways figure 8 or an infinity sign. I'm pushing down, I come up, and I push down on the other side. This is my left hand on the left side. Yeah, Matthew says it looks easier than it is. Combat application marksmanship, greetings from Germany. Yeah, it's late there, so try this tomorrow. Bring it over, bring it up. Hi, Bob, it's good to see you. Ed, hello, nice to see Bob and Ed. Turning side to side. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. My feet are just directly under the body, and so I'm squared to you, right? So shoulders, feet, all on a straight line. If you step back with the right or step in with the left, I always do things opposite because I'm teaching. With the right, whichever hand has the staff, that foot goes in the front. So if you step in with the right or back with the left, that'll make your body smaller. And when you go from side to side, it'll be a little bit easier, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And I want you to see this, even though this is a beginner video, not everybody here is a beginner. A lot of you have done this for a long time. If you want a progression, how to make this a harder move, get more out of it, more strength. Justin, I know you've been doing these for a long time. Matthew, I know you've been spinning for a long time. Start low and weave your hand up and down. Get a good, nice activation all throughout the shoulder. Stomach up and in, abs tight. And then, before you're done, bring your feet back into that neutral position and continue with the figure 8 spin to the front and the back of the body, front and back. It's the same as this, it's just done in a different plane of motion. You can kind of see it in the mirror behind me. After I do that, for about 30 seconds, I pass to the other hand, my pinkies together, palm facing the sky. Now in the left hand, the left foot will be forward, carving your sideways figure 8. Again, it's just this motion, pushing, weaving with your thumb. Endless spin, also known as an infinity sign. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck your chin. Going side to side. And you're gonna take your time with it. You wanna push and push. Good, Ed said he has his kids watch the training so they can come out and know what to do. Good, Ed. Excellent way to do that. Welcome to your kids. Going side to side. Then step up so it's under your body. Yeah, figure 8, Kachu says. Going side to side, to the front and the back. Now the reason I want you to do this one is because it is going to force you to really squeeze your belly and get you strong and tight, make your posture straight. But it also is going to activate the muscles in the back and the side of your shoulder so that you get stronger and healthier. Hey Chris, Mike, it's good to see you. Remember, this hand is up. Don't let it dangle in the dirt. Always keep it up. Side to side, front to back. And then bring it back into the first hand and you're going to reverse the figure 8. So that where before you were pushing with your thumb, now you're pulling with your pinky, with the small side of your hand. Oh, congratulations. Mike said he just got done kicking COVID's butt. I'm glad to hear that. Side to side. We're all ready for it to be over. I know that we're all waiting for something that won't happen though. They're not gonna let it be over. All right, Matthew's shoulders are screaming yes. And then we go to the side. Same thing, pulling. When there's something that you have nothing you can do, we can't control, right? Good. Chris Mike says he's feeling good. That's all that matters, is not what happens out there to us. And are they going to make us wear masks forever? Are they going to keep bringing out more vaccines? Is it going to be 1,000 booster shots a year from now? We have no control. Who knows, right? Who cares and why? The big question is, why do they keep, why? Don't stop asking why. It doesn't matter. You can't control it. I can't control it. You know what we can control? Whether we spin the staff, whether we stay healthy and strong, keep breathing, keep moving, eat the good food, drink fresh, clean water, don't drink soda, don't make your body unhealthy. In the ways that you can control it. When you can control it, do that control. Chris asked if I've seen Cobra Kai season 4. I have not. I've only seen parts of season 1. And that's only because I've been working as hard as I can for the last couple of years to try to keep these balls in the air. In this industry, martial arts industry, has been extremely hard hit due to all these shutdowns and the fear that permeates society now. So many people are afraid, believing what they've been told. And again, that's why I say we can't control that, right? I can't control whether 60, 70% of my business has gone away because people are afraid to come in and they shut me down over and over and over again. What I can control is how many of these that we do. I keep my body healthy and strong, protect my family, train you guys, get together with you as much as we can to try to make something happen. So I haven't seen Cobra Kai just because every spare minute that I have, I try to squeeze in one of these videos, or I run over and I teach a class outside of the martial arts school. I had to go in the last year. I'm teaching all over the place, just trying to make it all work out. W9 UFO, it's good to see you. Good afternoon. Now what I'm doing here is going hand to hand. With one hand, Shinmu Tree says, learned how to do the staff, spin the staff for me online. Thank you, I appreciate that feedback. That's why we're here. This is our martial arts class. My in-person martial arts class may have shrunk dramatically due to forces outside of my control, right? COVID shutdowns and the like, and just the changing world. But what I can do, thank you. You said my instruction is professional, thank you. What I can do is I can train with you. We can do this all day long. None of us has to social distance or put on a mask or have a temperature taken or anything. You just pick up a staff and you go. When you come to the side, your pinkies come together, your palm faces the sky, and then you bring it to the other side, and the transition, the change happens on the opposite side of the body. This is my left arm. When I go to the right side, my right hand comes behind it, and then I go forward. And I'm going to do this, and here is where I want you to start to step in and switch your feet. And if you have the room for it, go for a little walk, right? Just forward and backward, facing the same direction. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. But there's a lot of value in learning how to move the staff as you're moving your body from side to side. Then, once you get that down a little bit, Justin says, hopefully we'll grow the channel. I think, Justin, this is our year, we'll grow it. Once you get this forward motion down, then reverse the staff, pull with the pinky, and now the change of sides, change of hand comes here, pinky to pinky, palms facing up, and you're gonna grab in front of the staff, pull it out, and then it changes on the same side of the body, right hand, right side. The left hand comes across the body, in the front of the body, and then just like before, if this is the front, I'm just going to walk forward a little, walk backward a little, get my heart rate up. I want you to lean your body out. We now know that the leaner you are, the healthier you're going to be. And you've always known that, right? But then it's easy to say, well, I'm going to get in shape when, or I'm going to stop eating that thing when, but when would be a good time? Now would be a good time. Now is a good time to start eating better. Now is a good time to move your body and get your heart rate up Build power in those forearms. Build power in your core. And lean out. You're going to lean out when you use your bow for self-defense. All right. Those are figure 8 spins, hand to hand, both forward and backward. Then, I want you to go over the wrist and back over the wrist. So we're coming here, here. Thank you for joining Quantum. Justin, I appreciate that comment. Justin said he learned a lot training here online. That's why he joined as a member. I appreciate all of you who join as a member. I appreciate all of you who don't join as a member but train with me all the time. I appreciate you when you watch and you leave comments very much. Thank you. Imra, really passionate about teaching. Yes, I am passionate about teaching you. I've always felt that I learn the most when I teach somebody else. Yeah. Yes, said you should put the skills that you learn from me on your channel. Please do. I greatly encourage, just like I learn when I teach you, you're going to learn more when you teach somebody else. When you start to teach somebody else, whether it's in person or online, you're going to you're going to learn so much. You're going to learn it in a totally different way. It's like your brain unpacks it in a different way, has to look at it from a different angle. And then when you start teaching in front of the camera for YouTube or any other streaming or video thing, you'll be shocked because you got to watch yourself constantly, even more so than in a mirror. And you have to think about it. And what makes sense now isn't always what makes sense. The length of the staff, Bob, is this one is 72 inches. The information is below. This one is hickory. This is a self-defense, specifically for self-defense. I like to train with you with it because it's so heavy that it really forces my forearms to grow stronger. So I'm continuing to get stronger. I've been doing staff since I was a little kid. I'm old now. I don't think I've missed, I know I've never missed a week. I've always had a staff in my hand at least once a week or spinning something, probably since I've been 7 or 8 years old. But the truth is, this staff, the first link below, these are those specific for self-defense. This is a very specific, and it's hickory, and it's like buttery soft. You should feel this thing, it's amazing. Hey Doug, it's good to see you, welcome. Glad you could make it today. So we're going wrist roll over the front and the back of the wrist. All this is when I turn my palm out, I open the hand. And then when I turn it back, I open the hand. And see how it just gently rolls over there? Lugo, nice, it's good to see you. Chris, thank you, Lugo, I appreciate that. No, we are not old. You're not old until you're dead. And then you're still not old, you're just dead. Whatever that means, right? None of that makes any sense. All right, here's what, it looks easier than it is. And some of you will say, yeah, look, he's making it look easy. Some of you, it looks easy like this. 5-foot hickory bow is also perfect, Matt. If you can calm your mind and calm your body, thank you, Combat Application and Marksmanship. Just became a member. I really appreciate that. That really helps. But it's about trusting yourself and dropping it. Let me show you what I mean about dropping it. So let's say this is your first time ever trying the wrist roll, and you go like this, and you get nervous. It's not really nervous. It's like you're anxious because you haven't done it before, so you're learning it. So then you drop it. The best thing to do is pick it up. Then you try again. You go like this. You start to open your hand, and it rolls off your fingers. So then what do? You got to pick it up again. And I know this is a silly point that I'm trying to make, but every time you drop it, pick it up and just keep picking it up. And then after a while, you'll try it 10 times and you'll drop it 9. And then you'll drop it the next 10 times 8, 7. You get the point until you go 100 times, but you're still gonna drop it. I drop mine at least once or twice every training session, and not just on purpose, right? I was at dinner last night and I was laughing. I did this, and my wife said, "What's so funny?" And I said, "I just found a bruise on my head from the last time I whacked myself in the head. I think it was with the Joe staff, the medium-sized staff, earlier this week." So 30 seconds, each hand, just slow as smooth as fast. You can do continuous wrist rolls to one direction or the other direction. This, when you go back on the pinky side, it's a bit of an adjustment. You can see what I'm doing is I'm opening my hand, I'm letting it slide, and I come here. Somebody asked if we watched The Witcher. I haven't seen that yet. Oh, good. Yeah, Justin says he whacked himself with double nunchucks on his last training session. Then to go the other way from here, see what I do? I come to here, and then, yeah, this is amazing for the wrist. Chris Mike says, must be great for the wrist. This is really good. Wicked strong for your forearm and your grip. You'll have a stronger grip from this. There's no weapon that I found gives you a stronger grip except for the Japanese bokken, the sword. You want the strongest grip you can get and the biggest shoulders you can get, we'll train with the Japanese sword, the wooden one. And then we'll get the oar and then really build some strength. But what I'm doing here is I'm kind of catching it with that thumb, and then I'm doing like a little whip action where I pull it out of the way, and then I get it to go around again. Now, I wanted you to do that because I wanted you to go into a wrist roll with the figure eight from side to side. So when you come to the opposite side of your body, right hand, left side, you're gonna go around the thumb side, and it's gonna come here. And then when they come around to the back side, it's gonna be the pinky side when it's on the right. See what I did there? So I'm just going wrist to wrist. And then you're gonna switch hands, go wrist to wrist. And this might take a while for you to work up to, but I promise you'll get it if you don't stop. Yeah, Matthew asked if he's gonna ask me if I ever worked with swords. Probably the second most weapon that I've trained with time, the amount of hours doing the same motion over and over and over is the sword. Matthew says, legit just found randomly looking at gaming videos. Good, welcome, I'm glad you're here. Grab a staff and we'll train together. So we'll do more sword. The reason I don't teach sword as much is because it's one of those things, the way that I was taught and that I learned, you have to be very patient and do the same thing over and over, and I love that. I love to do the same motion for hours at a time, and it's just the way, it's like the way I'm wired. I can do it again and again and again and again and again. And to get really good, you have to do it again and again and again, and sometimes people are like, why are you doing the same thing over and over again? That's why I make so many of these videos that are the same. It's because that's how you get really good. You get good at doing, when you master the basics, your foundation gets so deep and so broad, then you can do anything. It's like playing a musical instrument. Learn the notes, learn how to read the music, learn how to play the scales, learn how to play the individual notes, and then go off and make your own music. People who don't want to do that, they get a keyboard for Christmas and they don't want to learn the notes, they don't want to learn the right hand, the left hand, they don't want to do the drills, and they just start, and it never sounds any better than just random smashing of the notes. But if you force yourself to play Mary Had a Little Lamb 1,000 times in a row, then you're gonna get really good. All right, so let's go overhead. I'm gonna take the staff. First, let me change the camera angle. Make it, there we go, so you can see a little bit better. And your arm is gonna be straight up. From right here, you're gonna turn it back and forth. This is the warm up. And I'm gonna go back to have you start back in this warm up move to get the blood to flow back into that joint, because I wanna keep that joint safe from injury. And if you activate the muscles before we start spinning overhead, you're gonna be much stronger. You're not gonna have any injuries here. After 30 seconds, same thing. This is the exact same motion that we started with. You're just overhead. And notice that my elbow is straight. When your elbow bends, you hit yourself in the head. When your arm is straight, you're not gonna hit yourself. So when you hit yourself, just remember, you did that. Get your elbow straight. After you do this for 30 seconds, you're gonna go back to pinky to pinky. Palm faces the sky, except now it's gonna be facing behind you. You're gonna turn it out and out. 1, 2. Nice and easy, slow as smooth, smooth as fast. Leave your arms up over your head. Get them to where, they're gonna burn. Your shoulders are burned after a while if you haven't done this before. But trust me, you're gonna get so strong so fast, And strong, healthy shoulders for life. This is a key. And you won't have as much neck pain. You won't get the headaches from staring at the screen all day. This is going to improve your posture. Now, after you've done this for a while, let your hand drop without spinning the staff. Go behind your back, and you're going to have your thumb facing the sky. Your other thumb is going to come under in between your body, and then you pull it out. So you're going to go out here and out here. 1, 2. So you're just going behind your back, pulling it out. And there we go. We have the mirror. We can see back there a little bit. Out. And expect to smack yourself in the calf, especially if you have big calves like me, or the back of your head at the beginning. And then after a while, your arm will be more flexible. You'll start here. It'll be here, 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 flexible and stronger. And then when you go behind the back, you won't hit yourself as much. But allow yourself, you're gonna hit yourself just a little bit. And then, welcome Matthew. There's no wrong age to start. Glad you're here. Matthew, honestly, between you and me and all the other old geezers on here, we would rather you be practicing with one of these than watching another video game tutorial on, or not even video game, whatever. Video game on YouTube, right? Would rather you get one of these, move your body, build your confidence, build your strength, build your self-esteem, than spend another second playing Fortnite or what's the other one? That's the other one everybody plays all the time. Yeah, you gotta have some balance. Good. Roblox or Minecraft. So I'd rather you're working out, using your staff, getting stronger, learning some basic self-defense, learning how to speak up to people, say, hey, you don't have to like me, but you can't make fun of me. You don't have to like me, but you can't touch me. And learn how to defend yourself for real. Over the head, behind the back, that's an important trick. But let me show you one more over the head, which is a palm spin. Palm spin is like super cool, right? So if you open your hand, this is a move that you would see in the Star Wars movie with those old, Matthew, I'm not sure how to share the live stream. Yeah, this is 1 inch. But like we've been talking about, Doug, if you can get this in 7/8 inch in hickory, this is very strong, super powerful. It's still gonna be nice and heavy, but it's gonna be a little bit more wieldy as your hands age. It's gonna be just as strong. So all you're doing is just turn, open your palm. It's just like any other spin, and then turn it the other way. So this is a move you can throw in the middle of some type of freestyle. You're doing your bow flow. You're coming through, doing some fun, cool things. You go overhead, whip it around, and then turn it in, and it adds a little bit more. I'm trying to keep it all. I gotta drop the camera again. Keep it on the camera there. But just a fun way to add it. Now, one more here. Yeah, old man strength is no joke. Ed, I think my new personal preference is, let me grab this other staff. It's right here. I'll bring you with me. You see, I've been working my numbers there. But here we go. This is a young person's staff, like a teen, tween. And that's 7/8 inches. And this is in red oak, which is good for kids, but I don't recommend this for adults because it's garbage, right? Yeah, go make some coffee. I just had delicious coffee. Next door we have this French sandwich shop, and they made me a latte on the house. It was fantastic. So I'm all hopped up on the caffeine myself. But this one, you see it says Jackson Rudolph, who's a famous martial artist famous young martial artist who put his name to these. But this is that red oak stuff that comes from China or Pakistan, wherever, India, wherever they get it. But it breaks very easily, and it's unnecessarily heavy. It's because red oak is not as good as white oak, and it's not nearly as good as hickory. This hickory in a, yeah, it was amazing, Chris. It was an amazing latte. In hickory, you can get this in 7/8 inches, and it's extremely strong, extremely strong. And if you get it from the link below, they hand make these. They soak this for a couple days in an oil polymer mix compound or something that really absorbs well into the wood, so it gives that long-lasting flexibility and strength and endurance. And oh, thank you, Matthew, for sharing that. I appreciate that. And it makes it hit so hard. It's such a great weapon for self-defense. And let's talk about that just a little bit. It's a distance weapon. So if they have a knife, they have some kind of bladed weapon, you just point your thumb at the threat and you thrust. So if between you and I, there's the threat, I point, that's the first most basic motion for self-defense. Thrust and then strike using the backhand, coming across horizontally, coming down at an angle, thrust with the backside, pushing in, shoving with two hands here. You can then change hand positions with the spin if you want, or you can walk your hands like this. So I want you to practice turning your hands this way. All it is using your palm to rotate around the staff so that you have your left side forward, now you have your right. Strike, strike, 1, 2. And that brings me to two-handed spinning. The first way you're going to two-hand spin is by putting your hands directly together. This is, Matthew asked how practical is it to carry a bow staff in public. Depends on where you are. If you're hiking on a trail, that's very common, right? Because it's just basically a hiking pole or a hiking staff. It's not as common as a shorter staff or as a walking cane or a walking stick. But I've seen people all the time, especially in the old neighborhood where the school was. It wasn't as safe. People were starting to carry staff. I saw a guy carry a staff. Every time I saw him, he had one. And I know it was for just protection because he didn't feel safe. So, you know, if you have to, why not? Two-handed spin, palms together. This is more of a style that you'll find in India, Bangladesh, the Tamil style, Gatka, or Silambam. And you slowly warm up. You have one side that's a little bit longer, and you practice, and you make a nice, I have to adjust, don't rip up my new ceilings, adjust your shoulders, turning, make a full turn, and then bring your hand closer to the middle. That's going to accelerate the spin, and it's going around your body. You can have one foot in front of the other. And all that is a one-handed spin with the other hand on it. It's just that same one-handed spin, but two hands are on at the same time. Now the other way to do a two-handed spin is like you're doing a push-up, and it comes over, around, and over. And what this really is a blocking motion followed by two strikes. So if I start here, and I come over here, I'm striking down on top of someone's head, and then I'm going to clear. This is a blocking motion across the body. Bring this over, strike down, follow that strike, clear. So it's strike, strike, block, strike, strike, block. And same thing, make your body a little bit smaller target, starts to come around. And then the third way to do two-handed spin is like this, with your hands separated, not together. And as you go across the body, your palms will do that spin that we did from here, changing. Your hand position is going to constantly change. And this is more like you would see Ray Park in when he played the Star Wars, Darth Maul. Darth Maul actor, he's using both this spin on the double-bladed lightsaber, but he's also using the more traditional changing your hand spin. So there are lots of different ways to do that. I want you to put all these moves together by starting on one side and then bring it to the middle of your body and go into a reverse spin on the other side of your body. So see what my left hand is pulling out with the pinky? Then when I come back over, my palm is down. This is how we started with that warm-up butterfly spin. Remember the butterfly? If you don't, go back and watch the beginning of the video. And then you come here, forward spin. So I'm leading with my thumb. Pinky to pinky, palms face the sky. Reverse spin. Bring it over. This time, bring it behind your back. Bring it to the front. Bring it behind your back. Bring it to the front. Bring it behind your back. And then bring it overhead. Bring it behind your back. Bring it overhead. Bring it to the front of your body. Bring it back over. And all you're doing now is trying to figure out how does the staff move and how can you manipulate it through space and time. There's no way to do it wrong. Just try to figure it out. And you're doing freestyle. And the purpose and the benefit of freestyle is to get stronger and more fluent with your spins. But give yourself grace. Be patient with yourself. Get out of your comfort zone, but take your time. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Get a basic spin going, and then think first, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go behind my back. Now it's in the other hand. It's in the reverse spin. How am I gonna get it to the other hand? I'm gonna go in front of the body. I'm gonna have to turn it over, bring it back, turn your body around, roll through your fingers. I know we haven't done those last two, but you can add those in when you figure them out. All I'm doing is spinning through the fingers. The thumb stays out of it, but when you are ready, you can go over the back of the three fingers and grab it with the thumb. So there's continuous finger spinning, and then three fingers. So going over the three fingers. All right, yeah, get to work on these, practice these. Please let me know in the comment section below, what else do you want to work on, or what's your favorite spin? When you guys go into the comment section, you leave comments in the comment section, not just the chat, and I appreciate that. When you start to build up the comment section, that's how these videos really take off and how you help me grow the school and keep it afloat. And it's been a tough couple of years, but I'm so positive about this year. I know this is going to be an amazing year, no matter what, right? We're going to make it amazing. Whatever's happening out there is what has to happen in here. You have control, not over what happens to you, but how you feel about it, how you think about it, and what action you take about it, how you speak about it too. So watch your thinking, speaking, and action. Get to work, get out of your comfort zone, push your ego to the side, drop the staff, pick it up, and have fun with it. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you.